What it do, nine latest? That's for the T Squad member that requested that one. It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I am here with this week's All Tea All Shade Belle Collective Season 2 Reunion Part 1. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only and not to be taken seriously. So if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. So I have some amazing news. OWN has renewed Belle Collective, Ready to Love, Put a Ring on It, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Love and Marriage DC. Yes, sir. I'm so excited about that. I believe they haven't renewed Ready to Love yet because of the news that just came out about nephew Tommy. He was battling thyroid cancer. He just had surgery. So I guess they're going to wait to see what happens with that situation. I think he's supposed to be cancer free at this point. I'm not mistaken, but I keep him in my prayers. Cancer is nothing to play with. I've dealt with it myself, so I know how scary of a process this whole thing is. So prayers to nephew Tommy, but congratulations to all the other shows. I firmly believe that Ready to Love will be coming back for a season 7. Also, my Belle Collective reunion fashion review will be up this Tuesday, you guys. So make sure you tune in to see what I thought about all the fashions. I would have included it in this video, but it was just way too much tea going on in that video for me to have it in the review as well. Also, sorry I wasn't able to dress up for you guys. I had a whole look planned, but I'm doing my book boxes for my readers, and I just have a lot going on, and my house is a wreck, so wasn't the right time. But I promise in the next few weeks when the Beverly Hills reunion comes, I will be dressing up, and I gotta look for that ass. But anywho, let's get into tonight's reunion review. So the reunion starts off with Carlos talking about how the girls have glowed up since season 1. But it was mighty funny to me that when he got to Marie, he didn't mention Marie's nose job. Ray Charles could see that Marie had a nose job. Her nose is as tiny as a little mouse. I'm like, can you breathe? Where are your nostrils, child? That shit cracked me up. I don't know how I feel about her new nose. I don't know if it's too small for her face, but it's just so obvious that that's not her natural nose. It doesn't look horrible on her, like, say, for instance, Nene's does, but I feel like she might have went too small. Too small. I don't want Marie to do nothing else to her face, because if she do anything else, she gonna look like Catwoman, and we do not want that. No, ma'am. Aikisha says that the show is much better now that she is on it. Okay, girl. All right, light skin. If that's what you think, season 1 of Belle Collective was equally as good as season 2. So with or without you, the show was popping because season 1 was great. So Tambra is asked, did she not want Aikisha on the show, because that's what was being said kind of behind the scenes. She denies it, of course, but Lateshia and Latrice say that you were basically alluding to the fact that you didn't want her on the show. Like, she was giving every excuse and reason in the book of why Aikisha should not be on the show. But Tambra was, deflecting and was like, but when I spoke to Aikisha, she was like, they ain't had no more cute girls on the show. She immediately went to that. She was like, fuck what y'all talking about. We gonna talk about this. So Aikisha was like, I don't remember if I said that or not. And Carlos was like, you don't remember, girl? You don't remember? You'll remember if you said some shit like that. We all know her ass said it. We all know she did. So Lateshia was like, but Tambra, you do be saying stuff. And Tambra sat there with her mouth all wide open. And I'm like, Tambra, girl, we know you be over there talking about folks. All y'all do. So Tambra was like, when the first teaser dropped for the show, she called me. We hadn't even talked in a while. And she was like, they ain't got no cute girls on the show. And Carlos says, Aikisha, do you think the girls are cute? And she was like, not on that picture y'all put out. If they ugly, they ugly. But I don't remember saying it like that. Girl, you said it, and you just pretty much put it out there with that statement that you said it. Like, and I don't understand why you think you so cute. Like, you're not an ugly woman, but you give off piggish You give off a little oink oink, darling. You give off a little lollipop gill. A lollipop gill, a lollipop. But like, girl, for you to be talking about somebody ugly, ain't none of these girls on this show ugly. Stop with the foolishness. I don't know if you got this thing because you light skin and you have, hazel eyes or whatever that makes you think that you just automatically cute, but absolutely not, darling. Please stop with the foolishness. And Plate Gate is brought to everyone's attention and they have to discuss it. And Letitia's argument is that she felt like Aikisha came in with negative energy. She came in ready to hate. Aikisha says that wasn't her motive at all. And she breaks down what happened with the whole plate situation. That when she saw that her plate was dirty, she said something to one of the producers. And they was like, you need to say something to her. We're not here. Like, you're breaking the fourth wall. You need to talk to her. Like, we're silent. And that's why she went over to Lateshia and said to her, hey, my plate is dirty. And she said that Letitia's response was like, why are you telling me this? Like, I ain't put this together, or whatever the case may be. That was a weird way to respond, but maybe she responded like that because she had already heard that Aikisha could be, funny acting. So she was already on guard and ready for her to be shady. But all of that is due to Tambra running back and telling her the stuff that Aikisha had been saying or warning her about this girl and this, that, and the third. So Lateshia was like, you was 9 yards up my ass with a microscope prior to getting the call to be on this show. I was like, wait a minute now. You said this girl was basically giving you a colonoscopy? Lateshia said, I was your genie. I granted your wish. You the Queen of Jackson, but you ain't even got a castle. I was like, baby, I don't know if you was already putting that read together, but regardless, whether it was rehearsed or not, that was a good one. Lateshia came with the comebacks, honey. I was like, come on, Lateshia. So Carlos was like, Lateshia, you did call them some hoes, though, in the bathroom. But she was like, I know where we stay. Oh, no, she was like, that's the way I talk. That's the way, we talk. And Aikisha was like, I know where I stand now. And Lateshia was like, that's how we talk. But from now on, I'll say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, when it comes to you. Carlos' face was like, Lateshia. Lateshia was reading Aikisha down. Aikisha could not handle it. Lateshia won that round for sure. So then Aikisha decides to give everybody t-shirts with some of the little slogans that she said throughout the season. And Lateshia one-upped her again by giving Carlos one of those little glass plaques or whatever with a really sweet message on it. And it was formed in the shape of a crown. And I was like, Aikisha, you tried, but she won again. She won. She really did win the battle. So you got to try again next time, Miss Aikisha. So then it's Marie versus Latrice. And that whole situation that happened last year with Latrice being accused of trying to ruin Marie's business. So right out the gate, Latrice shades Marie's new nose. And Carlos told Marie, you got a new nose. Carlos, stop it. Stop it. You know damn well that lady got a new nose. And Marie was like, she just hating. She just hating. Stand in your shit. It's obvious you got a new nose. Are you ashamed of it? Like, why you trying to act like you didn't? So Marie then breaks down everything that happened last season. We've been there, done it. I'm not breaking it down no more, child. And how basically what was added to the story was that on the first day of filming last season, when at Letitia's brunch, she said when she sat down that Latrice was like, basically, don't get mad when I come for you. Like, I'm doing this for the camera. It's all love, like, but I'm just giving it for the camera. But that it went too far when she started saying that she was committing fraud with her company. I don't remember Latrice denying that she said that at all. But Latrice then pulls out paperwork saying that before the show, Marie's business had been investigated before. And Marie's response was, people make allegations all the time, but nobody has ever come to my office. She was like, you would think if I'm on national television that the feds wouldn't be coming after me. Now, I would hope Marie wouldn't be as dumb as a Jen Shaw or none of these other housewives that take their ass on reality television with all these skeletons in her closet. I think that Marie is clean when it comes to that. I don't foresee Marie being that fucking stupid, especially after what happened season 1. If her business was under investigation, she wouldn't have came back for season 2. Well, at least I would hope not, because we all saw what Jen Shaw ass is doing this season. But I don't believe that she ever had an actual investigation. Did she probably, like she said, have somebody allege that something happened, but it didn't go any further than a complaint? Yeah. So Carlos says to Lateshia, like, you're stuck in the middle. Does it break your heart that these two can't get along? And she gets emotional. She's like, yeah, because they're both really close to her and they both have been there for her while she's, been going through what she's going through. And she was like, they remind me of each other and I just want y'all to get along. And Latrice starts to cry, and Latrice was like, I just hate to see Lateshia crying because it makes me cry. And you can tell, this is my perspective, what I'm getting from everything. Latrice did it. Latrice asked for information on this girl. She took it too far and realized that she took it too far. But if she admits that, she knows that the viewers would fully turn on her, and she does not want that to happen. So she's never going to flat out say, yeah, I did it, even though on that one episode with her and Essie, she admitted that she did ask for dirt on Marie and not on Lateshia. You admitted it, okay? But I don't think she's going to ever admit that it went as far as her trying to, actually getting dirt and putting it out there on the internet that this girl was committing fraud. I do 100% believe that Latrice was involved in that and it went too far, and she's just not going to admit it. She's never going to admit it, especially not on live television or on the show. She's not going to admit it, but you can tell she knows that she wrong. Just by the fact of her even tearing up and crying, you could tell she knows she wrong, but she too stubborn to admit it. So, Carlos was, no, I'm sorry. Latrice then asked Lateshia, do you really think I tried to take Marie down? And Lateshia was like, no, but I forgot what the fuck Lateshia said. She was like, I don't think that she tried to take her down. And I don't even want to lie and say what she said because I can't remember, but it was a but to it. I do remember that. So then Carlos said, after tonight, we're not going to talk about bundles no more, businesses. Do y'all agree? Marie is willing to, because she was like, I'm over it. I don't want to talk about it no more. But Latrice wasn't willing. And I'm like, why weren't you willing? Why weren't you willing to do that? And it's just like, it was just childish, because I think that they could get along really, really well. I think if they had a one-on-one conversation outside of the show where she flat out admitted it, they could start again. Like, I went too far. I was doing too much. I 100% apologize. I think they could be really good friends. I would love to see Marie and Latrice be good Judys. I think they would be a dynamic duo, a trio with the three of them. But hopefully time will tell. Who knows? So the guys come out, and Glen, of course, is the topic of conversation. And he says that this was his first physical affair. But he has, I guess, had emotional affairs in the past, which doesn't make it any better. Oh, Glen. Goddamn you. So Carlos then confronts him about how, he was trying so hard throughout the season to get Lateshia back, and how he even thought that he changed. He was rooting for them to work things out, only for her to move back in the house and find out that he was texting other women. And he was like, they was in his DMs. So Lateshia was like, she was looking at his DMs and girls, DMing him saying they could do better for him than her, and hit me up if things don't work out. And A woman sent him pictures of her breast and he responded, damn. And he was like, I ain't never seen no breast before. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Nigga, what? That don't mean that you get to respond. Like, what are you doing, you dimwit? Like, Lateshia, just leave this nigga. Leave this nigga where he's at. It's obvious that you two have grown apart. Y'all were high school sweethearts. At one point, y'all got married. Y'all have y'all son. And you have elevated to a different level of maturity than he has. He's still stuck being 16-year-old Glen, and I guess he's trying to relive his teen years where he was in a committed relationship with you and he didn't get to sow his wild oats, and now he's trying to do that and still keep you, and it don't work that way. It don't work that way, and nothing will change it. You left him, you were gone for months, you weren't in the house, and that still didn't work. So at this point, leave, girl. Just leave it, because he gonna continue to take you through heartache, because at this point he's disrespected you so much that he don't take you seriously. It don't matter what you say or do. So so Gucci say, I know women being my husband DM, I know his inbox probably full. And the fact that she believed what was coming out of her mouth. But you know, it's somebody out there for everybody. So who am I to talk? So then Carlos brings out the paternity test. They had decided that, you know, Glen and the young lady were going to, you know, do their DNA and finally put it to rest whether or not this baby is his. And Carlos asked Lateshia, you know, if in fact this baby is his, what is going to happen? Are you going to divorce him? And she was like, you know, it was never about whether or not the baby was his, you know, because if I forgave him for the affair, I could forgive him for the child. Glen says if the baby is his, of course he's going to step up to the plate and be in the child's life. And right as Carlos is about to give the results, of course they leave it on a cliffhanger, which I knew that they would. Whether the baby is his or not, it's time to go. It's time to go, girl. It's time to fucking go. Because if the baby is his, he has to be around the mama. That's going to cause problems because this is somebody that he cheated on you with. So you always going to be wondering if he going to dip back and fuck with her. You ain't going to never like her because she disrespected you and your marriage, knowing that he was married. If she knew, you know, and you gonna have to look at this child knowing that he had another kid outside of y'all marriage. And even if the kid ain't his, it's just everything that comes along with the situation in the first place, knowing that he cheated on you and continues to do so and gaslight you and manipulate your feelings. Leave this man alone, Lateshia. Please, girl, please. Overall, I'll give Reunion Part 1 an A. It was so good. Lateshia was the MVP of the reunion. Her one-liners were everything, had me cracking the fuck up. I can't wait for you all to look at my fashion killer review of the reunion looks, because, child, I had so much to say. Jesus the Christ. Everybody was country. Anywho, make sure you thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.